Hey you guys, so as you can tell by the title of this video, this is another dream message video. I am going to share with you guys a dream that I had this morning, like very early this morning. And before I even get into the dream, I want to talk about the last dream message that I had posted. Some people was telling me that it had scared them. I did not mean for it to scare anybody. It's just like I was just sharing what I had seen, right? And that's the thing about spirituality, like it's not all crystal chakras and meditation at all. Like sometimes I see some dark things, like things that I don't want to see or things that scare me. And that's the thing, like that's what I experience. So I would like to share it. Just because I'm sharing something that's dark or of a low vibration, it doesn't mean that I am a dark person or I have bad energy around me. Like it's okay to talk about the dark things that you experience. Like it's okay. Um, but so yeah, before I even get into the dream, sorry, I don't know why. I thought I have my phone on airplane mode, but I'm still getting like messages and it's kind of like distracting me. So yeah, if I look up or touch my phone or whatever, that's why. But so let's get into the dream that I had. This is actually like my third time recording this. I had actually did like the full recording, but I didn't like it when I went to edit it. Because I left a part out, so I had to re-record it. So what else did I want to say? So yeah, I got the first part out of the way. So let's go into the dream. So I just wanted to like clear some things up about the last dream that I had. I didn't mean to like scare anyone. That's not what I intended on doing. It just was like a kind of like a warning. Um yeah. So so as you can tell by the title, this is about the world, like a shift that happened, and I'm just going to explain like how I seen it. So basically, I'm not really sure how this dream started, and that's how most of my dreams are. Like I never know how they start. It's just like I'm just there. I'm there and I see whatever I see. But so the first part, well, what I remember, the first part of the dream is like me and an Indian woman, and I'm guessing like she was like a guide because like she was showing me the world. Like it was almost like a big event or something, but it was just like me and her. That's all I remember. But how I seen it, it was like I was above the world. And when I say like the world, I don't mean like a. The way I seen it was like it wasn't just like no small globe. Like it was like very big. Like you know how you like you're looking at like a 3D map. If you look at like a 3D map, that's how I seen it. But it was like very realistic. It was almost like I was actually looking down like on the real world, like I was like up in space or something. That's kind of like how it looked like, because we were actually like up in the air too. Because like at one point it's like I realized that I was like up in the air and I had got kind of scared because I'm kind of like scared of heights. Like if I'm up too high, you know how you can like feel that you're like up too high. That's Yeah, I start feeling like that like in a dream at one point. When I realized like we were like what we were doing or whatever. But she was showing me, it's almost like she was like guiding me, but also like showing me like places that she had traveled, and we had seen like I seen like the continents. Like she was showing me places, but I didn't actually like see these places, like people or how the place looked. It's just like I just seen it like on the map, basically, like the world or whatever. But it was like 3D. It wasn't no drawing or nothing. It was like the real thing. Like I seen the blue, like I seen the colors too. It was like blue, dark blue, green. Like it just looked like the world. But like 3D, very vivid, realistic. And yeah, it was almost like we were like in space or something. Because we were like up high. But at one point, um, it's like a great force that came in, right? And we're just like sitting there watching it or whatever. I wasn't saying anything in the stream. It's just like I was just there watching this event basically. But it's almost as if a great force that came in and like literally shifted the world. Like, and it's like it wasn't loud, but it's like I heard it. It was like if you guys ever listen to like celestial, I guess that's how you can say it, like celestial, like you can hear what space sound like basically, or what it's supposed to sound like. That's just like how it sounded basically. I hope that makes sense. But basically it's like I heard what was going on, and I felt it. Like, it was a very, very intense. Like, I literally felt the shift. Like, it was like a great force that came in and literally shifted the world, basically. So after this shift that happened, basically I started seeing like this white, it was almost like it was like something being amplified, basically. So it was like after this shift happened, something was being amplified, and the way I seen it was like white. So I'm guessing it was like the vibration, basically. It's like the world's vibration had raised, and the way I had seen the world was like very, it looked new. Like, it looked very clean, like it was going through some type of transformation or something. It looked very clean, like it just looked good. It looked really good. But that's just how I seen it. It's just like it was like right in front of me, and I seen it. But it was almost like it was being like amplified in a way. But it's like I could see what was going on, if that makes sense. It's like the way it showed up, like the vibration showed up, it was like white, basically. Because you know how like you're looking at a map, like a 3D map or something, and you can see like the clouds. That's kind of what it looked like. But it was just like at one point, it's like, you know how something, how they show like a visual of something being amplified, basically. That's what it looked like, and it felt like too. It was like a big pulse or something that happened after the world had shifted. Because it was like a hard shift too. Like, it's almost like it was stuck for so long, and then it's like a great force came in and just like shifted. It was like boom, like very, very intense. Like, so yeah, after that happened, that's basically like the main parts that I seen like in a dream that I can remember. So after I woke up, I had this dream like around, I woke up at like 4, it was like a little bit after 4 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't go back to bed till like 5 or something. Probably like a little bit after 5, I can't really remember. But I was like trying to basically process, because I was up, so I'm like trying to process what I had seen, right? And so some things were coming to me intuitively, and basically it's like, because the way I seen the world, like after this shit, like I seen how the world looked after this shift. And it's like it went through a big change. So it was like a very, very big shift that happened. And it's like the vibration had raised like tremendously. Like I seen it, it was like it's like the way it happened was like very intense. So yeah, what I was picking up intuitively when I woke up or whatever, basically what I was picking up was like a new world after this big shift that happened. Also too, for some reason I was picking up like new opportunities, because like for some people that like they've been waiting, and I'll get into what because it's like kind of 3 parts to this. The last part don't have nothing to do about a dream. It's just like a message that came to me, like well, I'll explain it later. But so yeah, what I was picking up intuitively is like new opportunities for people, like just like a new world, also too like a new wave. That's what I was picking up too. Like that's what was coming to me like intuitively after this big shift. So like a lot of change happening here for people, and I do feel like it was like a you know, after this shift, it's like a into delays, because people been waiting, you know, with this whole like quarantine thing going on. It's like the world has been still, basically, and it's like Mother Earth was like healing herself, basically. And it's almost like I got to see that in a way, because like, you know how people talk about a big shift, but nobody really nobody sees the big shift, if you get what I'm saying. It's almost like I had seen that, like I literally seen the world turn, like a great force came in and turned the world like one time. It was just like a really, really big shift. So what else I was gonna say? Okay, so yeah, yeah, I was picking up like new wave, new energy, like a whole new world for everyone. So the last part of that was the dream or whatever. This is going to like the next part. So like somehow this message came to me, like sometimes I get messages through people, and I don't know, for a long time I was trying to like understand how that happens, because probably like last year sometime, this is like the first time this ever happened to me. So basically I was going to the mall, right? I was going to the mall. I was by myself too. I was going to the mall and I was thinking of something like on the way there. Like, mind you, like I'm by myself. I wasn't talking to anyone. I was like asking a question like to myself. Like I was just thinking about a whole bunch of stuff. Like I was just out by myself. And when I was at the mall, like I'm just walking around the mall and all of a sudden this guy comes like rushing up to me and I'm like like this guy come rushing up to me and he literally like answered what I had asked. If that makes sense, like I was asking this like to myself, but he could have not known. Like I did not know this man. I did not know this man, and he came up to me and he literally told me like the answer. Basically, it was almost like he was like a I want to say like a medium, because it's like whatever I had asked, it's almost like another force had used him to give me the answer, if that makes sense. Like this man did not know me, and it's not like he was trying to harm me or nothing, but he was like answering my question and I was like very shocked. Like I just stood there and I was kind of like afraid a little bit. I had to like process what was going on, but he didn't try to like to hurt me or touch me or anything. Like he just was like literally like telling me what I needed to know, which was like kind of weird. So yeah, going back to what I was about to say, it's like someone had delivered a message to me today and basically it was about God's promises. So it's like people, and what they said, right, was, how they said it was like, I hate when, oh no, there was like, yeah, they was like, I hate when people promise me things and they don't deliver it. So, and how they said it was like, cause it kind of like hit home for me. Cause you know, like if you have like a dream or something about something, or you know, God has promised you something, promised you that He was going to do something for you, and He has not showed up yet. That's kind of like what it was. And it's kind of funny, like it was today, like this happened today. So yeah, basically there was like, yeah, you know, every time someone promised me something, I always think about it, like, and I feel like that's like for a whole collective thing. It's like you've been thinking about what God said He was going to do for you, or what He was going to deliver to you, or you know, you've been waiting for some type of breakthrough, a new opportunity, just something new here to change your situation or whatever. And and at first I wasn't trying to like engage in a conversation. It's just like I was thinking about, I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of funny how they're mentioning that right now, because I've been thinking about that. You know, has like you haven't really seen no change or whatever, or you know, there was some type of promise, like someone promised you something, but they had like you haven't seen it yet. Basically, like you've been waiting for it, you don't think it's gonna show up, basically, and they asked me, they was like, don't you hate that? I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I do. And it was like, no, like you never, you know, like basically they're trying to say like I was lying or whatever, because I was trying not to like get all the way into it. But I was like, yeah, I do. I don't like that, you know, because if somebody say they're gonna promise you something and they don't deliver it, or it's like maybe you don't know the timing or when they're gonna deliver it, just know that they're gonna deliver it. And I feel like it was like about you know, God's promises, like He's going to be coming through with His promises to people here. And that's going back to like when the world had shifted, it was like an end of delays. So yeah, that's pretty much what that was. I hope this little message helps someone out here. I will be posting like more of these, you know, whenever I have a dream that I feel led to share. You know, and just a heads up, it could be dark. I don't know. But that doesn't mean I'm a dark person or whatever. Like, don't think of it that way. But yeah, yeah, feel free to talk to me in the comments, y'all.